Shoots for two. A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Bancaro and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the 1. And for the Bulls, Josh Giddey out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Williams. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Smith in at the center, locking down the middle. Suggs with the bucket. These teams like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore. But it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
Now here's Giddey. Clock at 6. Here's Williams. The kick out to Ball. Orlando with the rebound.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Woo!
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
All no good.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Carter, a screen on Giddey. Outside Carter. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner for 3. Smith with the rebound.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup, just couldn't knock it down.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite levels.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. Ball no good.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
And what I like about Suggs is that he does many things well, and that's because he plays with so much confidence.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 5. The kick out to Banchero. Wagner, right side. And that one is stuffed right through.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Pass to Buzelis. Ball taking his time here. From deep. Sends it home from three-point land.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Smith finds Giddey. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. Ball outside. Smith with a screen on Suggs. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Buzelis. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
Magic leading by 3. Banchero with a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Assertive play by Ball inside. Not letting a close defender just shut him down.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for the Ball.
And so Ball nails both of them. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Caldwell Pope against Giddey. Pass to Carter. Oh, he tries a three. And he buries his first look.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Now here's Ball. Now here's Giddey. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Caldwell Pope with it. He's got 7. Van Carroll the screen. Wagner for 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Let's hear it for you.
The 3 from Ball. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Orlando. Close. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
You also have to commend them for their fearless attitude offensively. They've been productive when driving to the basket.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Van Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Williams. Lots of room. Oh, deflected and stolen by Suggs. Ball against Van Carroll. Suggs outside. Caldwell Pope with it. Van Carroll with a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope for 3. Ball with the rebound. The Bulls trail by 7. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Caldwell Pope. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Caldwell Pope's got 11.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
For Chicago, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Gotta take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
There's Ball with a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Giddey. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Magic leading by 8. Here's Caldwell Pope. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's ball. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Such a creative player. Ball is especially clever at figuring out ways to draw fouls.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Banchero with a screen on Giddey. The kick out to Banchero. Carter, the pass to Suggs. 4 on the clock. The Magic need to put one up here. Lets the three fly. Carter can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 9. Here's ball. And Ball throws it down.
This is how you execute in transition. Ball beating everyone to the spot.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Banchero with a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. Carter from outside. And it's Giddey with a rebound. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. And it's Ball off the drive. The three, Smith. The rebound by Carter. Orlando leading by 7. Outside, Caldwell Pope. To the left side wing. The three from Banchero. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Wagner. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero with a screen on Giddey. Banchero outside. Here's Carter. Banked it in off the glass. Carter's got 5.
Putting in work. Carter Jr. is a lunch pail guy who just goes about his business.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Giddey. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game. 11 seconds left to play in the half. Outside Carter. The three. Drops in the 3. Give him 8.
3 points.
Now Giddey. Got it off in time. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Orlando earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Kentavious Caldwell Pope displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Zach Collins out there with Talen Horton-Tucker. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's White in at the point guard position. That's the group for Billy Donovan getting going here in the second half.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
White, good.
You gotta commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Here's Black. To the paint. Here's Wagner. Pass to De Silva. Here's Black. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Inside. Here's White. Now here's Vucevic. Back to White. Vucevic, a screen on Howard. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Vucevic, the pass to White. Drains the triple. White's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a 3-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that. able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Batase. He's guarded by White. That's tipped. Here's De Silva. Launches a three. Collins with the rebound. DeSumo outside. Now here's Vucevic. Collins outside. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Howard. He's covered by DeSumo. Howard inside. Collins there. Batase. The pass to Howard. Back to Batase. Here's Black. Defended by Horton Tucker. Here we go. One-on-one. Here's Vucevic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now just a 5-point Magic lead for Orlando. They've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to De Silva. Here's Batase. To the middle. Here's the break. Collins with it. And Howard picks him up defensively. And the basket by DeSumo.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Here's Black. He's scoreless. Batadze, pass to Black. And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 15 left in the third quarter of the game. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's De Silva, covered by Vucevic. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. The Bulls trail by 3. White looking it over. Collins outside. It's rebounded by Batase. Orlando has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. There's Howard with the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside White. Vucevic, the pass to White. Back to Vucevic. Softly drops in the floater.
There's a reason Vucevic shoots a great percentage. So adept and skilled at scoring inside. You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
To the right side. There's Howard with the 3. Sinks the tray. Howard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Outside White. Buries it down low. White's got 9 points here in the second half. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the 5, down low. Now here's Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. 4-3. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Back to Banchero. Fires the 3. Some solid defense from Williams.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. to tie it up, and he lays it up and in. And that'll tie this game up.
After being behind for so long, they must be relieved to finally get this thing tied up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
Stolen by Giddy. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist from Williams. And now a three-point Bulls lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Second personal foul.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Carter, a screen on Giddy. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
And the over and back call is just a loss of focus.
Yeah, you hate to see sloppy, careless play like that. It's so unnecessary.
And he slams it in one-handed.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Picked by Carter. Caldwell Pope against Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Banchero. Boom! Banchero!
Wow, Banchero using his size to find a path to the rim.
And stolen by Suggs. In transition, the Magic on the run. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Now here's Smith. Tries again. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And here are the Magic now. Chicago making their last shot. Count that one.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
And it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A minute 53 left in the fourth. Smith with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Smith outside. Back to Giddy. 6 on the shot clock. With some arc. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now here's Banchero. And it's Giddy with a rebound. Chicago leading by 3. Pass to Buzelis. Up and over Carter. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Orlando has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Giddy against Caldwell Pope. Smith with the rebound. The Bulls have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Here's Ball. Count it!
Easy to understand why they leave Ball out here in these moments. He knows how to deliver.
And Carroll with a screen on Giddy. And Carroll outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Now you need a forward who can get those freebies. Banchero looking to be that guy for this team. Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
Now here's Ball. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Gotta love how they've just maintained.
And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use.
Third personal foul.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Lonzo Ball.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Orlando calls timeout. Just 4 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
I mean, they're still battling, but this one is just about official.
Number 22, Taylor Horton-Tucker.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. He can't hit that time. So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. This one was in the balance right until the final second.
Sports presents the NBA. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton is out there with Aaron Nesmith, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot.
Halliburton showing you a lot of confidence in his three-point stroke. That's something he's worked on.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
That's good from Ball. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
5 on the clock. It's good.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Halliburton against Giddey.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, GA.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Giddey. And it's Ball in the corner. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
You know, Ball, despite the quirkiness of the shot, he does have a quick release, so you got to know he's a threat to score whenever he has it in his hands.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, what a dunk!
Halliburton inflicting some pain with that throwdown. My goodness, young fella.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan. We talked about the challenge of game planning for Tyrese Halliburton. The coach said you have to stay in front of him. The second he gets a step on us, that's when it's kind of pick your poison with him. If our guys stay in front of him, I think we should be fine. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And Ball slams it in.
Hey, he's always looking to go downhill, and when he's on the attack, he's going for the dunk.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Halliburton against Ball. Now, here is Halliburton.
Hey, it's hard to teach reach. Ball has a nice extension to him and superb at being able to challenge shooters because of it.
Pass to Giddey. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Nesmith. Indiana trailing here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Halliburton, no good. Back to Smith. Buzelis with the ball. Fires for 3. They get the rebound. The kick out to Williams. Back to Smith from deep three-point land. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pacers trail by 4. Halliburton outside. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
No one covering. Giddey's got 5 points so far.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
That doesn't go either for Halliburton. The Bulls leading by 7. A jump hook. Out to Smith. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Smith. Now Buzelis. Turner with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. Indiana moving the ball around. And stolen by Giddey. Williams with the ball. Rejected by Walker.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense. He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Ball against Halliburton. Out to Turner, trying to get something going. Buries it from three-point range.
Really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he's got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
And the foul on Jarris Walker. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
.23 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, Halliburton can be a pesky defender now. He's got quick feet, he's got length, and he's got the desire to defend.
Here's Nesmith. Sinks that one from the post.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Ball. Pass to Buzelis. Smith for three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bulls. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Chicago.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Buzelis out there with Williams. Then it's Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Ball in at the one. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Really nice job there by Buzelis. Already sees the floor at a high level.
And it's Halliburton penetrating.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Halliburton for three. Here's Turner. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
This guy always gives you some blocks at the defensive end, but he rebounds and scores as well.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who've played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
It's stolen by Smith. Pass to Buzelis. Down low. On the wing, Williams. Covered by Siakam. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Now, here's Ball. Nesmith covering. Shot clock at 3. And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
Yeah, you got to admire really how smoothly Ball takes over games with his scoring. I mean, he knows he can pretty much get his shot off at any time from any spot. Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking me in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And the call on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
To the Pacers, Aaron Nesmith. 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Giddey. A shake. He takes it up and lays it in. Giddey's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Neesmith, the pass to Walker. Gonzalez grabs the board. Here's Chicago. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. The kick out to Williams. Now here's Giddey. Neesmith covering. Back to Williams. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. There's Ball with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And Ball with the block.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
Ball. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Siakam looking around. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Ball against Halliburton. Outside, Ball fires the 3. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court for Indiana, the perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Thomas Bryant is out there with Toppin. And it's Shepard in at the point. Bryant with a screen on White. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's the Pacers now. A 12-point game. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
You know, Vucevic may not be the shot blocker that other big guys are, but I think he's a very disciplined defender. He'll be in good position and change a lot of shots as a result.
Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Nemhard's shot is good.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Indiana foul. Shepherd. First personal foul. First team foul.
Vucevic finds White. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here we go. Fast break. Bryant's got it. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Collins, and he goes right over Thomas Bryant and slams it down.
My goodness, his head was above the rim on that one. When he rises up, folks, it almost looks as though he's not human.
He really is the picture of power, isn't it?
No doubt.
And he's actually a human highlight reel. Seems like highlights were invented for him.
Hits it from three-point range.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Nemhard, the pass to Mathurin. There's a screen by Toppin. And it's Mathurin missing. The Bulls leading by 9. Here's White. Pass to Vucevic. White inside. The Pacers pull it in. And here is Toppin. Fast break, here they come. Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
Shepherd, the pass to Bryant. The short one's on the money. Bryant's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Picked by Vucevic. White, wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. White's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Shakes him. There's the drive. And White with the stuff.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Shepherd with the ball. White's there. Shepherd, that's good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Collins wide open. He fires. Another three for Chicago.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Stolen by Collins. Outside, White. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. They're leading. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass. right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Lonzo Ball out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Smith, and it's Williams at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Halliburton really dangerous now when he gets out in the open court. That's how you finish the break in transition.
Ball up top. Neesmith covering. Smith dishes the ball. Smith sets the pick for Ball. Shoots the three. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Siakam. Buzelis sets a screen for Ball. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Siakam passes to Turner. Siakam with it, and it's Buzelis picking him up. That cuts the lead to single digits. 7 points for Jarris Walker.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Smith sets the pick for Ball. Out to Smith. Back to Ball. Just 5 to shoot. Smith with the basket on the assist by Ball.
Terrific trip down the floor that time. Jalen Smith ends up scoring down low. You want that ball in the paint and in his hands.
Halliburton looking around. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls leading by 11. Pass to Buzelis. Giddey, no one around him. No good on the triple. Indiana's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Walker, an easy 2 points on the layup.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Indiana ball.
Pacers trail by 9. Halliburton outside. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Giddey.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Out to Smith. Pass to Williams. To the wing on the left. Here's Ball. Back to Williams. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Indiana, they're working against the clock right now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Indiana ball.
There's 1:38 left in the game. Siakam, a screen on Ball. And stolen by Williams. Halliburton against Ball. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And, you know, they've been stupendous challenging shots and protecting the rim. Their block numbers really reinforce what we've seen from them in terms of rim protection.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And he's able to get it back. Smith kicks to Giddey. Shot clock at 6. Smith the pass to Giddey. The 3. Walker with the rebound. And here's Indiana. They trail by 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Halliburton. Oh! Wow! My goodness!
Man!
Here's Giddey. And the 3 off target. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the great.
And now Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Nesmith. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Magic, the backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Carter in at the 5. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. The rebound by Turner.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Turner, a screen on Suggs. Here's Walker. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
This is how Walker likes to play. He invites contact, and he dishes it out.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked Coach what his plan was for trying to slow down Pascal Siakam, and he said to make him into a jump shooter. He does the most damage around the rim, so we want to force him out on the perimeter whenever possible. It's not an easy task by any means. We'll see if they're able to do this. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Three-pointer, Halliburton. And here's Turner from the arc. Orlando grabs the miss.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Wagner, right side. The kick out to Banchero. There's the screen. Goes back up. And he takes it up and lays it in.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Halliburton with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. Siakam, the pass to Halliburton. Kicks it out to Siakam. And here's Walker. Siakam with a screen on Wagner. Walker for 3. Knocks down the long J. Walker's got 5 now.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Siakam. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Siakam against Banchero. Pass to Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Knocked away. And stolen by Suggs. Driving in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Boy, Suggs gets up off his feet in a hurry, finishes that drive with authority.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. And he lays it up and in. Now here's Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
Stolen by Siakam. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Defense leading to offense. I love it. Nice job reading the situation and finding a way to swipe the rock.
You know, Doris, the last few years, Siakam has gotten back to attacking the rim like he once did.
To me, B.A., that's where he's at his best. He's got such length and creativity. You don't want to have to step in his path as a defender. Listen, he knows he's got to shoot the 3, but go to your first strength.
And the Pacers with possession here after the basket by Orlando. Turner, a screen on Caldwell Pope. There's Nesmith with the 3. The rebound by Carter. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. Wagner outside. Banchero outside. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. Banchero's got 5 now.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
And Indiana misses again. Orlando leading by 3.
Pacers foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
.24 seconds left in the first quarter here. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Carter. Off target with the 3. Nesmith with it. Still without a bucket. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Takes a 13-footer. Oh, at the buzzer!
Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Orlando ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope, and it's Carter in at the center spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Siakam with a screen on Suggs. Halliburton, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Banchero in the post, defended by Halliburton. Carter, the pass to Wagner. Back to Carter, just 5 to shoot, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh my goodness, rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr., we see you.
Halliburton surveys the floor, pass to Walker. Outside Nesmith. There's the 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his career with the team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I wanted to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
Halliburton scores with the floater. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Indiana.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Indiana leading by 4. To the inside, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. 16 feet out, and it's Indiana scoring again.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Wagner against Halliburton to stop the run. The kick out to Banchero. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to review the game plan. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
He can't get it to go.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's Siakam. And the shot goes. Siakam's got 5 points.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Outside Neesmith with the drive, the kick out to Walker. This one for 3. Halliburton outside, takes a 3. Ooh, making it look easy, Halliburton.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
There's the steal, and they're running. Here's Walker, and then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
I mean, what an acrobatic move. Walker just leaving them speechless.
Wagner inside, defended by Halliburton. The 3 from Banchero. From distance, Paolo.
I mean, this guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Suggs against Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Shot clock at 6. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. And the Pacers lead by 12. Carter from outside. Oh, did he? He did! He got it to fall!
He did, B.A. So nice. Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
Tyrese Halliburton getting it done for Indiana. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in... And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you gotta like what Tyrese Halliburton has done in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Nimhard and Matherin, they're the wings. Obi Toppin out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Shepard in at the 1. And it's Matherin missing. Magic trail by 9. Here's Black. And the call will be against Andrew Nimhard. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Wagner with a screen. Five on the clock. Here's Black. Beyond the arc. With 1 on the clock, and he jams it home with authority.
That, to me, is exactly the kind of play you want from Mo Wagner. Aggressively chasing the rebound and getting a second chance opportunity.
Pass to Toppin. Driving to the basket, and a slam dunk by Toppin.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Here's Black. No points yet. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Now here's Toppin. He's closely guarded. Fires the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Shepard. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Black, guarded by Toppin. Six on the shot clock. Black into the lane. Uses the glass on the layup. Now just a 5-point Pacer lead.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Bryant, a screen on Howard. Nembhard, good. Nembhard's got his first 2 points.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's this steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
Back to Wagner. The three. And Bryant pulls it down. Pacers leading by 7. Nembhard outside. Bryant, a screen on Howard. It's deflected. Here's Black. Pass to De Silva. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Batase. The three is up. And Bryant pulls it down. Outside Mathurin. There's a screen by Toppin. Nifty move. And it's Mathurin missing. Magic trail by 7. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third quarter. Here's Batase. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant. Orlando shooting their first free throw of the contest.
First personal foul.
Indiana leading by 4. Now Nembhard. Bryant, a screen on Howard. Nembhard with it. Wagner picks him up. Bryant against Howard. Here's Bryant inside. Comes up empty down low. Orlando's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Orlando shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Fourth team foul.
And he drops the first.
At the line for 2. Black.
He's perfect from the line this time. For Indiana, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Toppin, a screen on Howard. Nembhard, the pass to Toppin. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Shepard. That's short off the rim.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Orlando again missing. He got it up. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
And credit him for understanding the situation.
The third quarter comes to a close. Indiana ahead, up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Substitution on the board.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Van Caro and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell, Pope, and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Turner passes to Nesmith. Turner, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Back to Nesmith. Turner, a screen on Caldwell Pope. There's Neesmith with a three. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. Suggs surveys the D. The ball's knocked loose. Outside Walker. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. And here's Wagner. Banchero in the post. He's against Turner. Here's Carter. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well, Carter Jr. doesn't get sped up by that dwindling shot clock. Stays focused and locked in.
Halliburton against Suggs. And the Magic pushing it up now. Banchero outside. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
You can see Suggs' vertical makes that dunk look effortless.
And for the Pacers, their shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Here's Halliburton. Great D that time from Suggs.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Tipped away, stolen by Siakam.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
Outside Neesmith. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers?
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the fourth. It's rebounded by Wagner. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Pass to Carter. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
1:41 left to play in the fourth. Carter, a screen on Walker. And Suggs, here we go. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Jalen Suggs, a big-time bucket. This guy is fearless.
Halliburton attacks. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Halliburton has the kind of personality that keeps him steady in big-time moments. How about that? Unfazed.
On the wing, Suggs. Walker covering. Carter, a screen on Halliburton. Outside Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wagner with a screen. Here's Banchero. Indiana with a rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Outside Walker. Outside Neesmith. There's a screen by Turner. He connects!
He's been red hot. It's like one of those days when it seems like he can't miss.
And his shooting is the only reason this game is as close as it is. He's been Mr. Reliable offensively.
And Carroll with it. Siakam covering. The three from Suggs. Cash! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Suggs against Halliburton. And it's in.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And Turner with the block.
Are you talking 6'11" and big-time length? Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Wagner outside, shoots over Halliburton. The putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And so the big win by Indiana in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie
Wednesday afternoon. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Smith. Patrick Williams is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Giddey in at the 2 spot. And for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the center, filling out the middle.
That kind of aggressiveness, that's what you want to see more from Ball.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. Here's Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Into the lane. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
At the line for the Bulls.
And he can't hit the second. And it's Orlando's ball. Caldwell Pope kicks to Wagner. We're about 1 minute into the first. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete. The defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just pulleys right through it.
Here's Giddey driving to the basket. Williams attacking. Carter pulls it in. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Caldwell Pope pass to Banchero. Carter with it. Now Smith defending. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
And for his position, Banchero, great vision and willingness to make the extra pass.
Ball surveying the defense. And he gets it to go. Ball's got his second basket of the game. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Banchero, a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Giddey.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Caldwell Pope with it. 6 on the shot clock. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Buzelis sets a screen for Giddey. Buzelis with the ball. Banchero's there. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
The free throw drops for Smith. The Magic have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Suggs dishes to Banchero. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
After the review,
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Suggs following the basket by Lonzo Ball. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game. 1:12 left to play in the first. Caldwell Pope against Giddey. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. The Bulls leading. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking them.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Caldwell Pope and Caro outside. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Back to Caldwell Pope, 5 to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And he comes up with the deuce.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Williams finds ball. Williams with a clean look. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Banchero, a screen on Giddey. For three, Caldwell Pope. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And also, they've been draining mid-range jump shots, measuring the defense well, and just taking what they give them.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Buzelis. Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Ball in at the point. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Ball with the bucket. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Now, here's Ball. 8 points for him. And Ball slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Caldwell Pope against Giddey. Here's the floater, and the shot goes down. Giddey's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Bulls.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And I love how Ball accepts the contact on his way up, not allowing it to alter his shot.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Banchero is screened for Suggs. Pass to Banchero. It's deflected.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Here's Ball. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Wagner. Trains it from beyond the arc. Wagner's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Buzelis, no one around him. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Magic trail by 3. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Banchero outside. And it's blocked. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. And Williams throws it down.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Now, here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Ball from long range. Here's Giddey, and he dunks it down.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Banchero a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope pass to Banchero. Now Carter. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Bulls lead by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Howard, also Black out there, and it's Bitadze in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Clock at 6. On the wing, Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
The Bulls leading by 8. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, DA. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Fight goes in, and the jam by White.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Now, here's Wagner. Pass to Black. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Off on the layup. Here's White. The rebound by Batadze. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Black. No scoring in this one. Yep, it counts.
If you're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Now here's White. Pass to Vucevic. Now Horton Tucker. Outside White. And the shot is good. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
The Bulls leading by 9. And the layup is good. White's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went out strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
And stolen by White. And he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 8.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Black, no good. The Bulls have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Here's White. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's White. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Pass to De Silva. Shot to stop the run. The offensive rebound. Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
He gets it in there. And the Bulls lead by 15.
On the interior, Vooch, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
Here's Batadze. That 3 off the mark. Here's White. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got 13 points in the second half. And here is Howard. Good if it goes. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Chicago with an 18-point lead as the... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for Chicago right now, Williams is out there with Smith. Then it's Ball. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Giddey in at the 2-guard spot. For 3, Caldwell Pope. That shot off. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. The 3. The shot by Buzelis, no good. The Magic trail by 18. Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. Caldwell Pope with it, defended by Giddey. Kicks it out to Banchero. Pass to Carter. Wagner left side. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Wagner's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Orlando. Giddey, no one around him. No good on the three. The Magic have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Caldwell Pope for 3. Good on the triple.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
In the corner, Smith with it. Outside, Williams. Outside, Ball. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Yeah, couldn't quite hang on to it. They're not in a position now where they can afford to be giving it away like that.
Off the inbound pass. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 7 rebounds in the game. Caldwell Pope dishes to Banchero. Wagner outside. Banchero is screen for Wagner. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Knocked loose. Suggs with the steal. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Pass to Banchero. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Right side, Ball. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Caldwell Pope. Count that bucket. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now this quarter.
And not the first time we've seen this. When KCP's confident, when he's in rhythm, he can fill it up with the best of them.
And again, Chicago turns it over.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
The Magic trail by 14. Carter with a screen on Ball. That one falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Now, here's Suggs. Back to Carter. And he gets it to go from the high post.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bulls.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lonzo Ball.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
And that one's good. Suggs.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
And Ball slams it in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Ball against Suggs. In the corner, it's Buzelis. Ball sets a screen for Buzelis. 6 to shoot. Off target from 3-point range. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. High arcing shot. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Outside, Ball. from deep three-point territory. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. On out here getting loose. Guys going through some drills. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Buzelis. Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Ball, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Clock at 2. Smith for 3. Good work defensively by Turner. Now the Pacers with it. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that. Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. With the drive, and Ball with the block.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
Halliburton for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Now the Bulls with it. It's a three-point game. Double by Halliburton. There's Williams with the 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
It's good. Halliburton's got 5 points so far.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Turner. No good with the triple. Now here's Ball. G right on him.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner. Hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
Here's Giddey. Plays it up and banks it in. Giddey's got his second bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Ball with the bucket.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Now, here is Halliburton. He's got 5. Outside, Walker. Pocket 6. Halliburton sets the pick for Walker. Shot from the top of the key, and the jumper is good.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Smith sets the pick for Ball. The rebound by Turner. Indiana trailing here. Turner with a screen on Williams. Walker finds Turner. And it's off from three-point range. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Giddy, the pass to Smith. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Night in and night out, consistently, Smith makes a solid effort in there.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. Siakam passes to Halliburton. And here is Ball. Here's Buzelis. Ball feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Out to Smith. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Indiana. 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Nesmith. Drops in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Giddy. The kick out to Williams. Back to Giddy. To the inside. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist from Giddy. Giddy's got 3 assists now in this one. Pacers trail by 3. Halliburton for 3. He's off on that one. Here's Ball. Buzelis sets a screen for Ball. No good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Nesmith, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping to draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The kick out to Williams. Hands it from downtown. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Halliburton with it. Williams picks him up. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. The Pacers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Williams. He's got 8. Back to Giddy. The kick out to Ball. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Walker the pass to Turner. Indiana moving it around. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Siakam kicks to Walker. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Turner dishes to Walker. Three-pointer. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Williams. Smith with it. Fires from way outside. From beyond the arc and then some. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get.
That shot wide open. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Halliburton, with the answer, was anxious to throw it right back at him.
Giddey sets the pick for Buzelis. The Pacers pull it in. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Siakam, right side. Giddey against Walker. Halliburton outside. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Tyrese Halliburton so capable of playing multiple positions and roles for this team. And tonight, he's embraced being the scorer.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the rejection by Smith.
There you see Smith's length playing to his advantage defensively.
Fires the 3. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got 5.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Halliburton finds Nesmith. Siakam a screen on Williams. Here's Nesmith. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Williams, here we go. And Williams throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's the 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Tyrese Halliburton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Zach Collins is out there with Talen Horton-Tucker. And it's Kobe White, and it's Vucevic, and it's Dosunmu in at the 2. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for most improved player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Bryant finds Toppin. Shot clock at 6. And there's the drive. And it's White with the rebound. Chicago leading by 9. Inside. Oh, and here we go with Collins. Nobody back.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Here's Nemhard, defended by Dosunmu. Here's Shepard. No good that time. Pass to Toppin. From deep. Vucevic with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's White. Hits the mark. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Pacers trail by 11. Now Nemhard. Still yet to score. And it's denied. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Long range from the inbound. Rebounded by Vucevic. And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. White, a screen on Mathurin. Horton Tucker finds White. 6 on the shot clock. Basket counts. White's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. There's a screen by Toppin. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 13. White looking around. Drives to the hoop. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for defense, which is why you see them compromise.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Nemhard, defended by Dosunmu. 2 points, that one goes. Nemhard's got his first points of the game.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Outside, White. Here he goes. Pass to Vucevic. From the arc. It's good from long range. Vucevic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nice shot by Nemhard. No good. The Bulls leading by 16. White the pass to Dosunmu. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Pacers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Outside Mathurin. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Chicago has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Bryant the pass to Nemo. There's a screen by Bryant. To the paint, Nemhard finds Bryant. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Outside, White. Out to the wing. Here's Vucevic. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in command with a 16-point lead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The perimeter pairing with Nemhard and Mathurin. Toppin is out there with Bryant, and it's Shepard in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And here we go, the Bulls, fast break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Here's Mathurin. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Here's White. The rebound by Shepard. Pacers trail by 16. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Nemo. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
That one goes. Count it.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Nemo. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
White dishes to Vucevic. Outside, White. And the layup falls. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Three-pointer. Here's Collins. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Bryant with a screen on White. Here's Shepard. Offline with his 3. Chicago leading by 16. Bryant in the post. Vucevic on him. There's a screen by Toppin. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. It'll be the Bulls' ball.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Giddey against Halliburton. There's Ball with the 3. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 6 assists in the game. Halliburton against Ball. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter.
Right here.
Halliburton against Ball. A floater.
And Ball showing you a little nasty there on defense, showing you some of that sandpaper grit.
Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers trail by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Chicago.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop, energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Now Chicago's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Ball with the bucket.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Smith sets the pick for Giddey. Pass the ball. Smith sets the pick for Ball. Now Smith. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off. And it's Smith finishing it off.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Here's Buzelis. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now, here is Halliburton. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home.
sport. A look at Orlando's opening lineup. Bancaro and Carter Jr. make up the front court. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope, and it's Wagner in at the 3. And for the Pacers, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Aaron Nesmith, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. Oh, we've got quite the matchup in store tonight, Doris. Two conference rivals set to clash once again.
NBA, there's typically a little bit of chippiness because it is clear these two teams don't like each other, and you and I are here for all of it.
Here's Halliburton. Siakam with a screen on Suggs. Here's Halliburton. And the shot falls short that time.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Bancaro. Suggs against Halliburton. Back to Bancaro. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. Floats one. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here we go, one-on-one. Halliburton right side. Takes the 3. Fires it in the triple.
A remarkable three-point shooter out of the gates in his NBA career. Tyrese Halliburton, let him hear you.
Tries it from the block. Here's Bancaro. Oh, Bancaro throws it down.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Now here's Halliburton. Siakam left side. Pass to Turner. Now here's Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Suggs. Halliburton with the ball. Now Carter defending. For Orlando, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Bancaro the screen. Suggs with a screen on Siakam. Here's Bancaro. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Bancaro bangs his way in.
Suggs against Halliburton. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton left side. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Halliburton's got 5 now.
Well, because he's a 3-level scorer, anywhere he is on the floor, Halliburton capable of creating jumpers.
Here's Bancaro. Outside Carter. Back to Bancaro. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. For 3, Caldwell Pope.
Well, you love the footwork and the persistence from Tyrese Halliburton defensively. Great pressure.
The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
And it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range. And then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Yet to see a basket. Carter finds Bancaro. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter here. 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope against Halliburton. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Pacers leading by 5. From the arc. Halliburton misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Caldwell Pope. The pass to Bancaro. Outside Carter. Now Caldwell Pope. Back to Carter. Caldwell Pope against Halliburton. Walker pulls down the board. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Halliburton. He has 7. Three-pointer. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Halliburton's got 10.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Right side, Caldwell Pope. A shot to stop the run. Pass to Suggs. Launches it. Connects from downtown.
3 points.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gets it off. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Tyrese Halliburton getting it done. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let me get your thoughts on the Pacers and how they're playing so far.
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. And so it's Indiana with it. Orlando making their last shot. Halliburton attacks. Fires the 3. Another miss by Halliburton.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle plotted them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Carter, a screen on Halliburton. Pass to Carter. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And another 3 for Orlando.
What a nice play. Off the catch and shoot, the big man, Wendell Carter Jr. is true.
Turner, a screen on Suggs. Here's Halliburton. Oh, taking the contact. Halliburton.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
And Carroll with a screen on Halliburton. Clock at 6. Caldwell Pope with it. Siakam covering. The 3 from Banchero. Pacers with a rebound. Outside Nesmith. Siakam with a screen on Wagner. There's Nesmith with the 3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. For Orlando, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Out left to the wing. Suggs with a screen on Siakam. And Carroll passes to Suggs. Outside Carter. For 3. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. Indiana leading. Now the Pacers on the move. Halliburton, no good.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Nesmith. Orlando making their last shot. Turner in the high post. No made baskets yet. Outside Nesmith. Back to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Ooh, poked away. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Nesmith. And it's Indiana scoring again. And Orlando has possession. 4-point game. Double by Turner. Suggs, the pass to Carter. Caldwell Pope with it. Siakam covering. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Carter. Kicks it out to Wagner. And another basket for Orlando.
What a great score. Franz Wagner gets it off quickly. So little time to react.
Siakam with a screen on Suggs. Suggs against Halliburton. And then Turner with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Halliburton for three. Triple! Tyrese Halliburton.
Now, the numbers speak for themselves, but what Tyrese Halliburton is showing you the versatility he has at the offensive end.
Caldwell Pope for three. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in the game. Nesmith passes to Walker. Back to Nesmith. Pass to Turner. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Pacers up by 5. Well, now we have... Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Nembhard and Matherin, they're the wings. Thomas Bryant out there with Obi Toppin. And it's Shepard in at the point. That's the 5 for the Pacers.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Here's Black. Pass to Howard. 6 to shoot. Lets a floater go. Excellent D there from Bryant. Pacers leading by 5. Unloads. Second chance effort. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
We're talking about a 6'9" guy with a 7'2" wingspan. Toppin loves to be above the rim, picks up the loose change.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Mo Wagner has a combination of size and skill that's special, and he knows how to adjust to contact.
Free throw good, Wagner. Indiana's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Nembhard outside. And there's the drive. Launches a 3. Kept alive by Indiana. Bryant off with the layup. Magic trail by 4. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Black. Still no points. Off target from outside. Outside Matherin. And he drains the quick shot.
What a heads-up play by Obi Toppin. Feeds the open man. Easy opportunity.
The Magic have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Wagner outside. Fires for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Wagner's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Here's Nembhard. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Here's Black. Indiana with a rebound. Outside Matherin. Pass to Toppin. The 3 is up. De Silva with a rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And the call will be against Benedict Matherin. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Here's Black. Lays it up and banks it in. Black's got his first basket.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Toppin, a screen on Howard. Here's Nembhard. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. 1:29 left in the third. Here's Black. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Orlando shooting their second attempt at the line tonight, and that one misses. Wagner, the pass to Black. Wagner with a screen on Matherin. Here's Black. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant. Orlando shooting their third free throw shot of the game. The Pacers have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. This is his second trip to the line in the game. The first one falls. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. For Orlando, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Wagner with a screen. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter here. Shot clock at 5. Inside. The Magic need to put one up here for the tie. That one no good. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. There's a screen by Toppin. Three-pointer Matherin knocks it down from distance. Matherin's got 5.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Matherin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Takes a 13-footer. Orlando again missing. There's a screen by Toppin. Got it up. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Pacers leading by 5. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Setting the floor for the Magic. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Carter in at the center position.
Well, the continued evolution of the center position. Guys like Wendell Carter Jr., boy, they are capable from deep.
Siakam with a screen on Suggs. Halliburton against Suggs. Pass to Turner. Halliburton outside. Releases. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Orlando trailing here. Suggs, right side. To tie it up. Outside Carter. Now Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Halliburton. Walker in the post. He's covered by Suggs. And Walker gets it to go on the assist by Halliburton.
And such a strong guy. Walker could live in the paint.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Pacers leading by 4. High post Siakam working on Banchero. Outside Walker. Back to Siakam. 6 on the shot clock. Orlando grabs the miss. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Walker with a steal. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
First team foul at the line.
Free throw no good for Halliburton.
I think if you're talking Tyrese Halliburton, the thing that stands out is the wealth of things he can do on the offensive end. He can shoot the ball with range. He's got unbelievable handle. He can create. He can drive it. He can also set up his guys. A lot to like.
Gets it to go inside.
When Halliburton gets this close to the cup, he's got that little teardrop. Very tough to stop it.
Caldwell Pope with it. Siakam covering. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
You love that a guy so young like Paolo Banchero is ready in the big moment to step up and deliver.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Outside Neesmith. The floater. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Suggs, defended by Halliburton. Suggs against Halliburton. Suggs, no good. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Pacers. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th. Count that bucket.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Caldwell Pope against Halliburton. The 3 from Banchero. The rebound by Turner.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Suggs against Halliburton. Oh, with the finesse. Halliburton. Magic trail by 8. And Carroll with a screen on Halliburton. Caldwell Pope for 3. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
Magic ball.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And Carroll outside. From distance, Paolo.
And stepping up when it's clutch time. That's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
And Kentavious Caldwell Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
54 seconds left in the 4th. Halliburton against Suggs. And stolen by Banchero.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Jalen Suggs, despite his youth, proving he's willing to
seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Halliburton finds Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by the Magic.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or score quickly and take the foul.
And so it's the Pacers who come out on top here. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough.